Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Utter Burke. I am doing a little video of it. So you get to see what goes on in the studio. Hello, earphones, most important. I did have a jumper on for transparency. I'm not recording this yet let me just hold the horses. What's going on here? So let's just get the old doobry going. Hello and welcome to episode 17 of Utter Burke. Yay! And it's only the bank holiday. It's Bank Holiday Monday. I hope you had a wonderful Easter. The weather hasn't been so great. It's been a bit on and off, hasn't it? And I am recording this. If you wanted to watch this live episode as an experiment day, I'm recording it at the same time. So I will upload it probably onto YouTube or maybe Facebook. Don't know yet. But what have I got for you today? First of all, let's just get Easter out of the way. I've Eastered very well. Have you? I've Eastered. And then I've Eastered some more. I've had a rather lovely Easter. I've eaten my own body weight in the Ferrero Rocher. I know. And they're not even Easter eggs, are they? But, you know, I just like them. They're my favourites. I do love a Ferrero Rocher. And I had a box of them. And I don't know about you, but if I don't open a box, they can last for ages. Once they're open, it's like I have no willpower whatsoever and I will eat the bally lot of them almost immediately. So I've Eastered rather well, which means I shall probably have to spend the next 2 to 3 weeks just eating real eggs, just protein, no sugar, no carbs, you know, no sugar, no carbs. Not for me, no, not after Easter, no. Don't know why I'm doing that voice, but I am. So what else have I got for you? Let me see. I'm just going to try and put my glasses on because I do make notes occasionally. Yeah, I do. So I'm just looking at my notes. What are we? Well, it's I've got facts for you. You know, I always have for 2025 because I didn't want it to be the same as last year. I've added the addition of 3 fun facts. They will be coming at you a bit later on. But one of the things I was just going to say is about happiness, because someone once said to me, how come you are so happy? And obviously anyone that knows me knows that person doesn't know me that well, because I am not happy all the time, as no one is. But you could be forgiven if you only see me intermittently when I'm doing my things that make me happy, for example, thinking that I am just constantly, you know, hilariously, deliriously happy. But no, I'm not. And I was thinking about what, this whole definition of happiness. It's not, I don't think it is that. I think what I do try to do, and I do try to radiate, is positivity, which is different from happiness, you see, because I think that sort of positivity means that even when life bites you on the arse, quite hard, which it does, doesn't it, on occasion to all of us, that somehow you have the ability to remain positive, that this is just an episode, it's just an amount of time that's horrible that will pass. And I think therefore it's more important to try to encourage yourself to remain positive rather than give you the mantle of having to always be happy, because it's not attainable and it's not true for anybody, I don't think, personally. So there you are. That's my little thought of today. And especially I was thinking that rich people, so it's not money either, is it? It's not money that makes you happy, which is a shame, because we always do. We're like, oh, if I had this much money, I think I'd be happy. But it's not, because most of the rich people in the world have issues and see therapists and are not necessarily happy. And I would say that, you know, having a gazillion pounds and riding for 10 seconds in space is not going to give you the happy juices. No. I personally think, what happened to all the millionaires and billionaires that opened libraries? Or do you remember when hospitals, instead of being led to rack and ruin so that developers could come in and make des res flats and apartments in hospitals? Do you remember, dear listeners? I'm sure you do. Do you remember when hospitals used to have wings? That's right, wings. They used to have wings, not for flying, but by and made because of altruistic millionaires, rich people saying, I'm going to put some money, I'm going to plough some money into the old NHS, or I'm going to make a hospital wing, or I'm going to throw some money into cancer research, or I'm going to open a library, or, oh, my most favourite, I don't know about you. If you like this and me, you probably love her. Not that I'm anything like her, but I just mean that she's one of us. Dolly Parton. There you go. Do you think Dolly would bother to go to space? No. Do you think Dolly would waste her lolly doing that? No. What's Dolly done? What's she done? She gives money away, copious amounts of money away for books for children. That's right. The books that people have now started to burn again and make unavailable. That young lady, she's not young anymore, is she? Bless her heart, has done nothing but pour money into the good things in life and humanity. And I just don't know that everybody wouldn't feel a lot better about themselves if the millionaires, all right, if you don't be taxed, let's not tax them if they don't want to, but let's make them do hospital wings. Let's make them do libraries. And then we can say, hey, millionaire, you sad person that wants to go to space, or you sad person that wants to crush other countries. Hey, do you know what? That's going to just make you feel shite. And even shiter, what would make you feel brilliant is if you gave some of it away. And they go like, yeah, sure. And we go, okay, let's just take a little bit. We just ask them, can we just take a little bit of your money and give it away and open a ward or a hospital, or send some schools some books, or do something with that money, and then we'll report back and see if you feel better. And I think, naively, probably that they would feel better. But maybe not, because most of them are sociopaths, and therefore they have no empathy. But anyway, in an ideal world, that's that's what I'd like to do. So, I think, yeah, well, what can you do, eh? It's not great for feminism, is it, to send... anyway, it's too... I felt so gutted about that. I'm talking about the chicks going to space the other day. You know, I'm not even going to mention their names because, no. In matching suits, looking all thin and sexy, and not bothering to mention all the many, many NASA actual female lady astronauts that actually do stuff in space and have helped us on our journey to get to space, that have been intrinsic in saving missions like the Apollo missions. Maybe, just maybe, I don't know, I might just be insane. Maybe it's those women that we'd like our children, male and female children, to aspire to and see, rather than, I don't know, pop stars in space is a bit Muppets, isn't it? Do you remember Pigs in Space? That's what that reminds me of. And I'm just going to leave that there, and I'm going to swish on to our facts, because you're going, okay, Joe, shut up about this. Shut it. And I will, because it's bank holiday. So I thought, naturally, let's have a little chat about May Day, because it's going to be May Day very soon. And that's the next bank holiday, which we would all be looking forward to, because that's what you do as a human. Oh, we've had this bank holiday. Let's just see. Let's not just enjoy this in the moment. Let's just see when the next one is. I'm terrible like that. I don't know if you are. So the 1st of May is known as May Day, and it traditionally involves dancing around a maypole. Yeah. And if you've ever wondered, if you're in the UK, this is a very UK specific thing. A maypole is just like a pole with lots of ribbons on it. And when we were kids, you had to do a dance around it holding the ribbons, basically. That and Morris dancing are really quintessentially English pursuits. You don't, you know. I once choreographed with my co-comedy colleagues a whole Morris dancing routine using Morrison's carrier bags and those big Jaffa cake lances that you can buy, you know, the metre long Jaffa cakes. Anyway, it was good. I don't think we filmed it. Shame. But anyway, I digress. So it's a celebration, basically. And it's a very specific celebration to England, and it involves a lot of very poor, I would say, dancing and clicking of wood or Jaffa cakes, and flicking of handkerchiefs for any of our non-UK listeners. So that's why we have the bank holiday, and that's why it's called May Day, because of the maypole that you would dance around. I should really have realised as I'm saying this, be telling you this in May. It's only the 21st of April, but for some reason, like I said earlier, my brain is already thinking about the next bank holiday. So I thought yours might be too. So, other fun facts. These fun facts are about animals. And it stemmed because I read I thought of doing this because I read an article where it was about some misbehaving parrots, but I'm going to save the parrots till last because they just made me laugh so much. But I thought, what other animals, animal facts, interesting animal facts can I share with you? So this first one is hedgehogs. Love them. I love them. Are actually good runners. Did you know this? I had no idea. But not only that, they are proficient runners, but also climbers, and they can even swim. Who knew? So when you find a little hedgehog, he's basically a triathlon. He could do a triathlon, except for if you'd have to switch the climbing, the cycling for climbing, because I don't think hedgehogs. That's wrong, actually. I don't think hedgehogs can actually cycle. So you could do a hedgehog triathlon if you did running, swimming, and switched out the cycling for climbing. Which climbing is a thing now, isn't it? A lot of people do the climbing. So there you go. There's that. And then the last fact that I'm just going to head your way, I'm going to just revert back to what I said earlier, misbehaving pets. And this is actually, it's not misbehaving pets. It's misbehaving zoo animals. And this, literally, you can look this up. I saw this and I literally thought I've said literally far too many times. I thought it was hilarious. So there are 5 parrots here in the UK again. I mean, of course they're UK parrots because they're misbehaving. So 5 parrots in a Lincolnshire in a Lincolnshire zoo had to be separated. Why did they have to be separated? They had to be separated because they kept swearing at visitors, which I love in and of itself. I just love it, absolutely love it. But the best thing is, the other reason they had to be separated is not only were they swearing at the visitors, but then they were laughing about it together afterwards. And I just had this, I'm sure you've got this whole vision of these parrots going, fuck you. And they're just going, look at you fat twat, eating your crisps, staring at us. That's my parrot impression. It's not a good one. But I just thought it was absolutely hilarious. And I like to think that those parrots, when they were separated, were also complaining about that. Like, get off me! Get off! I want to Sarah. Look at the size of him. Fuck you. But anyway, so that's my facts for today. That's the 3 facts, and also my tips on happiness, which I'm going to suggest that you strive for positivity, not happiness. So I will leave you with swearing parrots and catch up with you next week. Have a good one, whatever you're doing, and I will probably upload this either onto Instagram or my YouTube, which is Joe Burke Comedy. Or Joe Burke Comedy on Facebook, possibly. And I've never filmed these before, so this is a first. So thanks for tuning in. If you are watching online, I'm going to take my glasses off. Thanks for that. Hi. The Utter Burke podcast is available wherever you get your pods, and it's 10 to 15 minutes of my nonsense, which you've just witnessed in real time. Usually it's just me and the microphone and you, whatever you're doing, jogging, walking the dog, cleaning, commuting, all of that jazz. So have a listen. I did it all last year, and I'm doing it this year, and then I'll probably knock it on the head, I think. So over and out. Have a good bank holiday, the rest of Monday anyway. We've had most of the bank holiday, and speak to you next week. Bye.